With the year almost coming to an end and next year being packed filled with nerd culture coming to the big screen, I thought we'd take a moment to talk about that. What's up, Universe, and welcome back to the web's first must-see comic and nerd culture show. Welcome to Comic Universe, guys. I'm your host, as always, CDubbs, and I'm riding solo on this video. And guys, again, like I said, with the year coming to an end, and with next year looking like it's going to be a big year for comic book fans and just nerd culture in general, I thought I'd take a moment to just kind of talk about some of the movies that we have to look forward to between the end of this year and next year. And just to kind of get everybody kind of excited, if you will. You know, coming just off of the heels of the summer season, we've got to enjoy, a lot of movies and a lot of TV shows and Netflix and things like that. And the hits are just going to keep on coming. And between now and the end of the year, we got two more big movies, both from a different, the big two, if you will. First up to bat, coming out December 14th, we got Enter the Spider-Verse. This is going to be Sony's first adventure into making animated movies in terms of the superhero genre, taking basically Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Peter Parker, and thrusting them into the Spider-Verse, which has been, over the past few years, kind of all the rage, if you will, in the comics, for better or for worse, and it's pretty cool. I'm a little excited because, I get to see, Spider-Gwen, if you will, or Ghost Spider, as she's being known or referred to as now, on the big screen, which I'm a huge fan of. And to get to see Spider-Ham on the big screen, whoever thought we would get to see that, regardless of how small the role is or how big the role is, he's going to be there. Just take a moment to think about that. And I have to say that if, Sony didn't have the rights to Spider-Man, the odds of us ever seeing Spider-Ham on the big screen probably never would have happened. So to be honest with you, I have to sit here and say I gotta thank Sony for it, for all the, again, for better or for worse, for everything, for, MCU not really having the rights to Spider-Man and us having to, wait all these years to get Spider-Man into the MCU and whatnot. I gotta say that at least with them having the rights to Spider-Man, we're gonna get Spider-Ham. So super excited about that. And I hope you guys are excited too. Right after that, the following week, actually, we're going to be getting hit with Aquaman, my man. Coming out December 21st of this year. I don't know how that's going to play out. It kind of worries me to come out around that time, to be honest with you. Honestly, I think this movie should be coming out maybe this month, in my opinion. You get a lot of these holiday movies, and though Christmas time is a good time to go to the movies, I don't know if a superhero film is the right place, especially one that is honestly fighting off such negativity, not just from its own cinematic universe, but just in pop culture. Aquaman is not, still to this day, not viewed as a credible superhero or, a serious superhero, unfortunately. So to be honest with you, this is something that they're going to have to, a hurdle they're going to have to jump over, and it's just going to get very interesting from then on. What happens with the MC or the DCEU or whatever they want to call it, since they've still yet to give us an official, some want to call it the Worlds of DC, some call it the DCEU. That's what I'm sticking with until they give us something 100% official. So yeah, we're getting James Wan directing Aquaman, and starring Jason Momoa, the guy who should have been Lobo, to be honest with you. I like what I see. The trailers look good. I love the idea of this whole mythos and kind of giving us a little bit of like a Lord of the Rings or Thor vibe into this Christmas season. I'm definitely going to be there opening weekend. You'll definitely get a review from us, but I just don't know in terms of the money that I know they want to make. You're coming off of the heels of Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a proven commodity. He's the most popular superhero in terms of merchandise. I don't know what you're thinking. And, there's also a lot of fans of the Miles, that want to go out and support this. So there's a good chance this movie bombs, 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 bombs. And if this bombs, I, I don't know what's going to happen to DC in the big screen. And moving on from there, movie I did not know that was going to be re-released. I guess Deadpool 2 is going to be released with a PG-13 rating. Also coming out December 21st. That's another iffy. I didn't even know that was a thing. So I guess all the kids who couldn't go see it because it was rated R are going to get to go see it. And that might affect, Aquaman making any money as well. So I'm not quite sure exactly how I feel about that. Following off of that, coming 2019, right out of the gate, we were supposed to get Hellboy in January, but that has been pushed back to, I believe, April. Yeah, April. And, so the first movie right out of the gate we're going to be getting is Marvel's first attempt at a female solo superhero movie, and that is Captain Marvel. I still personally like to call her Miss Marvel, and I do like Kamala Khan as Miss Marvel too, but I just always liked Miss Marvel over, Captain Marvel, but hey, whatever. I've always associated Captain Marvel with Shazam. But it's going to be kind of cool and kind of awesome to finally see what Disney does and the MCU does with a female solo movie. I think this is going to be really good. My only fear is everything I hear from them. They want to make her like the most powerful being on the, and her to take the reins and lead the charge. And I'm afraid there may be some kickback from some fans. I know I already feel some of that myself. I almost want to. A part of me wants to not like it as much as I normally would want to like an MCU movie. So I'm just curious to see as to what happens with that. I hope it doesn't come down to her being the whole reason to defeat, that we defeat Thanos, and I hope it's more of a team effort or maybe an original cast member that kind of gives us the win, not a brand new person. But I have faith in Kevin Feige and everything thus far. Even the misses haven't been that bad of a miss, if you will, and the hits are definitely high hits, if you will. They're home runs every single time. So that's supposed to be coming out March 8th, guys, so be on the lookout for that. That's going to be the first big superhero movie coming to the big screen next year. Right after that, April 5th, we got the other Captain Marvel, Shazam. Everyone seems to be super excited about this. I still don't like the casting choice. I do like the actor, and I think he's going to pull it off. The suit still kind of bugs me, even though it does look better. But I'm super excited. It looks like what we want from our comic book movies. I just hope that it doesn't go too far into the cheese, even though I know he's the big cheese, and if any character can get away with it, it's him. But, again, if if Aquaman bombs and then this movie comes out and is just a complete 360, it's just going to seem like there's no direction in that company, and you're just going to lose. No matter how good it is, you're still going to lose some people that are already oh, it's not dark enough. They're just giving in. Oh, they're trying to be like Marvel. You're going to get all those crazy weirdos out there that do those type of things, and it could affect the money that this movie makes again, could affect how we, as the real, genuine fans that love these movies, even the ones that we don't like, at least we get to see them in our lifetime. This could affect how, us getting anything out of DC moving down the line. Now, right after that, again, like I said, April the following week, we get Hellboy. So now, without Ron Perlman being in there, the actor they've gotten from Stranger Things, the Marshal, if you will, David, I think his name is Habor. It's pretty awesome. He looks great. This is supposed to be a little darker of a take. It's supposed to be maybe more in terms of horror. Super excited about that. And I hope that we just don't lose what makes Hellboy so great, if you will. And sometimes it's the world building around it, and especially since the last two films, regardless of what they've made, they're all generally pretty well received, especially with the practical effects and puppetry, and just, again, the mythos and world that it creates. Let's hope that we get that in this Hellboy. And again, guys, that's coming out April 12th, 2019, so get ready for that one. And then right after that is the big one, the granddaddy of them all, the one that is going to change cinema. It's going to change the way we go and see our superhero movies. Avengers Infinity War, or Avengers Part 2, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't have an official title, but just basically Avengers sequel. We all know it's coming right off of the heels of the first Infinity War. The Russos on point, and just be prepared. I'm calling it now, and I'm sure I don't seem like the like I'm basically calling a spade here, but I'm pretty sure Cap's gonna die in it. At least I hope Cap dies in it, because it's poetic, if you will. But yeah, we got to look forward to that. Super excited. I know everybody's gonna go to the theaters to see that, and I just hope that it doesn't change the mold too much. I like what Marvel has done up until this point, and I'm always down for trying new things. But again, if it ain't broke sometimes, don't try and fix it, Marvel. So after that, we get one that I'm probably, I know myself, I have vowed to not watch, or not pay for, I should say, any X-Men Fox film, and I have lived up to that since the third one. I was so let down, and I was like, never again. And everyone that I've seen since, I've honestly hated. Ask DPZ, ask Jay. You can ask any of my friends. Everybody knows I cannot stand the Fox Marvel. I do like Deadpool, even though I'm not a fan of Deadpool in the comics. I do like the Deadpool movies. Everything X-Men I have hated, and that includes Wolverine for the most part. Call it sacrilegious all you want. I don't want to say I hate the Wolverine franchise. It's okay. It's got some hits. It's got some misses. Hugh Jackman is fine. It's whatever. But Wolverine being my favorite character, I want more than just this brutish brute that just brawls all the time. And there's so much more to Wolverine than just his damn claws and healing factor. But anyway. But Dark Phoenix, yeah, that comes out June 7th, so they say. If it does come to the theaters, cool. If it goes to the Disney streaming service, better for me, because then I can just go watch it and not have to pay any extra for it. But yeah, I'm sure one of us will get around to watching it, giving you guys a review and our full thoughts. And when I do try to watch these movies, I try to go into it with an open mind, hoping things will turn around. I've yet to see that, but fingers crossed. Let's hope that we get that with this one, especially if you're going to go out with a bang, right? And from there, we get another big one, another huge one. We're going to be getting Spider-Man Far From Home, coming out July 5th. Now, right in the middle of summer, this is definitely a summer blockbuster. We're going to get to see the evolution of Tom Holland's character. It's directed by John Watts. Everything is looking good and great with this film. Everything we've seen different types of suits he's wearing. We see he's working along with Nick Fury in this movie. We are going to get Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio, which that's freaking awesome. We're finally getting Mysterio. As much as I love the Green Goblins and the Doc Ocks of the world and the lizards, if you will, and it's good to kind of get the next tier, if you will, and I'm fingers crossed the next one we get is Kraven, and I hope to God that Sony doesn't put together that solo Kraven movie, because I just don't think it's going to work, but that's just me. But anyway, fingers crossed on that universe. And again, that comes out July 5th of next year, so be on the lookout for that. New Mutants comes in right after that. I have no hope for this movie. I love the comic book that they're drawing some inspiration from, but I just don't feel that this is going to live up. It's been plagued with a lot of issues, a lot of reshoots. Obviously, the company is now sold off, or by this time will be sold off to Marvel. So it's it's the bottom of the barrel. Comes out August 2nd. Fingers crossed it's good. I like some of the cast in here. Macy Williams, she's pretty awesome. I like the idea of maybe mixing it up and having some sort of a horror comic book movie type of thing. But unfortunately, Hellboy's going to beat you to the punch, So you're just going to be playing second fiddle right out the gate. But that comes out again August 2nd, YOUniverse. So stay on the lookout for that. And let us know what you guys think if you're excited about that one. Next is October. October 4th to be exact, and that is Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. Now, we've already heard with DPZ how excited he is, and this guy, I'm sure you guys can tell by how I am. I'm not excited about this film, like, at all. I just, I think it's going to be well acted. I think it's going to be a pretty good movie, actually. I think it may even win Oscars. It has potential to win Oscars. But the problem with this movie with me is, and I don't need the stories told from the comic books because I already have those stories in comic books. I'm totally open to new interpretations and I'm totally open to new stories, but I hate when characters seem to have lost their essence or the things that are essential to characters when they're taken out. Not to mention when you have so many different types of these characters all over the place, it confuses fans that are not necessarily as diehard as you and I universe. It becomes the norm. Cinema will, again, it's what most people think. Again, think about when in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, when he shot the webs and it was organic. Sure, we've had some stories about that, but the norm is he has spider shooters. And I actually kind of am a fan of the organic webbing. I have no issues with it whatsoever. But back then, if you had told just a random person who went and saw that movie, Spider-Man doesn't really shoot webs. He has a machine that does that. They probably would have looked at you like you had three faces. Okay, like, what the hell are you talking about? I just saw him do it. So the cinema takes on, and again, another thing that kind of confuses the pot, when, for instance, take the Ninja Turtles, you have so many incarnations, and when they run parallel to each other, it gets really confusing, especially for kids and just the general audience. You have these big brutish turtles, and then you have the cool TV show. Which one becomes the norm? So it gets really crazy and loopy and confusing. So I don't know how I feel about this. I like Joker. I want Joker. I don't necessarily think he needs an origin, but I do think if you're going to give an origin, you got to stay as close to the one origin that we've kind of gotten. The Red Hood involvement, you got Batman involvement, and all it takes is one bad day. And I don't like the fact that he seems to be a clown before he becomes the clown prince of crime. The stand-up comedian has always been a better idea, in my opinion. But we'll see, universe. If you're excited, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I know sometimes I may come across that way, but it's just my opinion. I want to hear yours, so let us know in the comments below. October 4th, Joker, Joaquin Phoenix movie. Definitely let me know what you guys think about that. Now, apparently there is a to-be-announced movie also coming out in November, which is supposed to be a Fox and Marvel movie. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. It doesn't say what it is, but we'll see. But another movie that we might potentially be getting, it was supposed to come out November of 2019. I have heard that it has been being pushed back to 2020, but I'm not 100% sure on that, and that is Wonder Woman 84. Fingers crossed that we do get it next year. I am excited. She has won me over in the role because I've asked anybody, I did not like it, and I still wish I had someone who kind of fit more of the Amazon, if you will. Not meaning anything towards the acting or her look, because she's a very pretty lady. I just someone bigger, broader, stronger, more intimidating. She's actually, and I know in the animated universe we don't really get that, but in all honesty, she's actually taller than Superman, and she's bigger than Superman. So that's how she's meant to be as an Amazon. But she won me over. Even though I don't like the third act of the first Wonder Woman movie very much, the first two acts were really good. I look forward to seeing what more Gal Gadot is going to be doing for us. And that should be coming out in November of 2019. But again, I did hear that it got pushed back to 2020, so I'm not completely sure about that, universe. All right, universe. So let us know in the comments below, what movies are you most excited for? What movies are you going to pass? Are you going to pass on any of them? Which ones are you fearful for? And again, what movies in the future do you hope that we are going to be getting, guys? And again, this doesn't include anything we're getting from Netflix, the streaming service, or any of that jazz, guys, or the DC app, if you will. All right, universe. So let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button right in the freaking face. Let us know that you like this video. Let us know you like what we're doing. We also have a giveaway coming out real soon, so be on the lookout for that. And until next time, universe, I'm CDubbs, and I'll see you in the universe. Peace.